going on? We are back. Episode 37 of the Off the Top Rope podcast.
Shout out Steven Strasburg. Here we go. Great pool.
Not gonna lie, I'm not sure if I got the number right because I just adjusted the notes earlier. I believe we're at 37. If not, we'll correct it later on in the episode. Excited to be back. We were initially scheduled to be back last week, but I was like, let's push it one more week. That way we can review Clash in the Castle. Saturday night's main event was a little bit of it was a good show, but I feel like it was, it wasn't super noteworthy to even, have a show about.
Yep, 37. It's 37.
We are on 37.
Yeah,
okay.
37.
As always, I am Chris, one half of the greatest tag team in the world, also known as Southside Woodall on Twitter. My tag team partner, of course.
What up, though? It's your boy Barry. A bombshell has landed in the villa. Make some noise. Woo! We are back, man. What a time to be alive in this space. Appreciate y'all for joining us on this journey.
Yeah, man.
So everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, the nerds, the blurs, the comic stands, anime stands, wrestling fans, you know what I'm saying. Welcome. This is your safe space. Be who you are. Express yourselves. We are here to yap about wrestling once again. It's a pleasure to be here. Ah, man. What a time to be alive, man. And it's
time to be alive. It's getting warm outside.
While it is getting warm, unfortunately, the fan is going. That means it is a little icy in here. To my sixes, we are back, man. It's been a long 2 years, man. Like I said, what a time to be alive, man. A lot of stuff going on. TV in the background. Finals about to tip off in a minute. Yeah. It's everything is just everything, man. Yeah. You can't complain, man.
If you see our eyes divert, don't mind you. We're obviously, if you haven't been living under a rock, this is the first time that the New York Knicks have been in the finals in about 30 plus years.
27.
27, something like that.
99.
Or was that the conference finals that we're in? I don't know, but it's been a long time. And, of course, the upstart Victor Wembanyama making it to the finals in his third year. So, a big matchup. So, if you see our eyes, divert a little bit, don't mind us.
And I'm going to say Knicks in 7. That's what my heart's telling me.
I don't want to go against the spirit of New York.
That too.
But Spurs are on a mission. Give me Spurs in 6. Yeah. But as I have warned everybody, I don't know if we got any viewers who live in New York or whatever.
Shouts out to Alicia. Be safe, please.
When the final buzzer sounds on this series, no matter what the result is, lock your doors. Lock your doors. I believe everything I done seen on them Side Talk NYC videos, bro. Them niggas are ready to die about the Knicks. I promise you.
I'm here for it, man. Shout out to real fandom, man.
But yeah, we'll try to get us out of here as soon as possible so that we can see as much as the finals as possible without distraction. But no promises. But to get the ball rolling, not much serious business here, but look at the camera when I say this. Wrestling fans. And, and I'm not body shaming anybody. I'm not calling you fat. I'm not calling you lazy. But I think some of y'all need to learn the results of a gym and what a gym does to you. Because for the past 24 to 48 hours, all I have seen is, oh my God, CM Punk's not straight edge. He on steroids. Like, do you people not realize, like, CM Punk got more time in his day than the average person with a 9 to 5? He wrestles for a living. We haven't seen him on TV since the night after WrestleMania. And the trainer, I forget his name, but like, he said CM Punk's been working out with him every single day. Every single day. If y'all don't know what a post-workout pump looks like, bro, or even a mid-workout pump.
Even workout in general.
People
don't work out like that.
Yeah, like, we can't help you, bro. But I want to assure you that nigga's not on steroids. And I'm almost positive, I can guarantee you when he come back to TV, he gonna look like the same old CM Punk that we've always seen, just like slightly jacked. It's not gonna look crazy like it does in the videos, because that's what a pump is. But I need y'all to learn that, bro. Like, everybody's not on steroids just because, you know what I mean, you've never been to the gym and don't know what it looks like.
I have learned people do not have lives on the internet.
Yeah, like some
people don't know how to work out. People don't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
That's the harsh truth. You think about it.
Listen, man, get y'all.
You work in an environment. You walk in an environment. You like, how many people really like lift weights?
Listen,
Like,
I used to be like you niggas once, man. Don't let these oversized shirts fool you. It's some crazy lats under this shirt, nigga.
this might be like a crazy pause, but last night watching Love Island, I'm like, bro, these dudes, do they even lift? Like,
Yeah, no, them niggas do not lift.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
straight bird chest. Them
like
niggas
straight,
do not
they
lift, bro.
don't lift, bro.
Nobody on that show lifts.
You'd be surprised. People do not know the process of working out, maintaining this weight and stuff and like that. Like, they just don't get it. So that's internet people being internet people. But yeah, CM Punk.
We see you, brother.
Walk the other way if you see him walking down.
Yeah.
Because listen,
hey,
if y'all thought them WrestleMania chocos.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of choco, hey, Ryan Nemeth, when Phil start choking niggas out again, I hope you first on the list for that lame ass shit you was doing, bro. I really do. Cause this is what we talking about. Y'all, CM Punk been minding his own business for like 3 or so years ever since the All In incident. And you niggas keep poking poking the bear. I hope he start choking niggas out again. I really do. And I hope you first on the list. Because what do we know you for other than being Dolph Ziggler's less talented younger brother? Like, what do we know you for? Nothing. So, yeah. The lesson in this, go to the gym.
Do some cardio.
Do some cardio. I gave a trainer $300 a month for a couple months to change my life, man. It can do it for you, too. But stop accusing niggas of being on steroids when you just don't know shit about shit. Now, on to some serious business. Great piece of business. Oh, man.
Gracias, Undertaker.
Yeah, first, Undertaker, take a fucking bow, nigga.
Mark Calloway, you all right with me, man.
Mark Calloway, Mean Mark, Big Evil, The Dead Man. Who knew in 2026?
You know what? Whatever lives you think matter, go ahead with your best. I don't even care no more, bro. God damn it, man. You got me.
Niggas talk about Tony Khan, Triple H, HBK. I don't know who the fuck books TNA, but that shit is ass anyway. You know who Booker of the Year is in 2026? Mark Calloway, nigga.
Hey, man.
I did not see the entirety of the Triple H show.
It don't even matter, man.
It don't matter. I saw the tag match and then I saw Mask versus Mask. Oh my God. Has there ever in the history of wrestling been an angle that was so meant to be doomed that took a complete 180 and possibly became the best thing we've ever seen?
Literally Punk and McIntyre. That's like only thing close to it. It's like something that out of nowhere, who would have thought? And
dog, like
that's like, listen, I mean, AEW was kind of they ups and downs. WWE, the main roster is we say we who knows nowadays. NXT they're kind of creeping back up on the rise. But listen, man, I don't know how it is June 3rd.
Yeah,
rivalry segment program
match
of the year, match of the year. It has been stamped last Saturday. OG
versus what is now the real El Grande Americano.
Like, just speechless, man. Just
listen, man. The match had everything.
Yeah. That's what wrestling's about, man. That's what wrestling's
all about. And what I enjoyed about it, first off, we've discussed this many times at this point. We know who was under the original El Grande mask. We know, we do know who was under the original El Grande mask. Now that his identity's been revealed, but we've always known it was Chad Gable. We know who's under the El Grande Americano's mask. But like, first off, Chad Gable was a wrestler cosplaying luchadors. Ludwig Kaiser is a luchador cosplaying another luchador that is cosplaying a luchador.
Played by a real European.
Real
European. Not American European, a real European.
That shit insane, bro. That shit is crazy. But like, it's again, like, I just don't know that we've ever seen something that was so like, to start, honestly, to start, it might have gave people a laugh. Then I remember we got to WrestleMania 41 and he beat Rey Fenix, and then like it continued on into the summer and people were like, well, who asked for this? Like, who is this for?
It was dark at first.
It was pretty dark. Like,
the OG segment of Chad, I think traveling to Mexico, that was kind of that had potential. Like the cinematic effect, it had potential. Like, all right, where does this mask come from? Like, people thought, this could have been like Dom playing like a trick on Chad Gable. Yeah, he's like a real deal luchador. This could have been like Sami Zayn bringing back his OG character. If you know, this could have been like, it was so many different ways, and then to have it just be like, this guy's from the Gulf of America.
Yeah, like
at a really dark day. Like, this was like, all right, this is just
like we have a video of our TikTok about it, about when the tide first shifted, because I remember like people thought the Chad Gable version of El Grande Americano was like MAGA adjacent, versus like when Ludwig did it, like it was cool at first, but then you start seeing him like speaking Spanish, adapting to Mexican culture, like for both characters it took a 180. Now obviously Ludwig Kaiser has taken it way further than what Chad Gable did, but like once Gable came back from injury, it was like the whole angle just took off from there. Because I remember thinking to myself when Gable came back, because this was in the Royal Rumble when we first saw them face off, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is obviously going to happen at WrestleMania. And then it didn't, and I was a little like confused. But I was watching what was going on with Triple H like in the background, and I started seeing it. And like now that we have gotten there, like obviously it's hindsight now that we're past the event, but like there is nowhere else that could have happened and that should have happened.
Oh no. Yeah.
That match would not have happened that way under Triple H.
Yeah. Or even on a WrestleMania card.
Yeah. On a WrestleMania card, on a Raw, like it would not have happened anywhere else the way it should have. It happened at the right place at the right time.
That's been my only pro when we have like these, why isn't this card on a PLE? Why isn't this card on a Mania? Because, bro, like the tag team matches that happened, I think last year before last on SmackDown, it was like, bro, if that was on WrestleMania, we not getting a 35-minute match of the year TLC match on SmackDown. Like, so in hindsight, stuff does work out positively, but yeah, like that just had no other place should have been AAA. Like everybody bought into this. We wake up in the morning on Sundays, be like, all right, y'all. Saturday nights, we gotta watch. We gotta tune in. We gotta tune in to AAA, bro. Like they going crazy, man. Like the reviews, the recaps, like the 30-second clips, are just and pure emotion. It's just all right. That's what the game is all about, man. Like,
and WWE like knew, like this is how they knew they had a hit on their hands immediately after Monday Night Raw, and they promoted it all through the night. We are re-airing Mask versus Mask
on Netflix.
On Netflix.
In 4K.
In 4K. It was on YouTube originally, by the way. Aired on YouTube. They said, no, this shit was nice, bro. Like, put the shit on Netflix.
I don't know, but I heard Pete Dunne produced the match. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, no, it's true. He's been doing some producing for a couple years, so that shit is definitely true.
Get your money how you can, man. I'll shout out to Pete
Dunne,
man.
Incredible from all parties involved, from the blind comedian to Chad Gable's stable, American Made. I think it's Hermanos Americanos, Los Americanos. Like,
shout out 50 Cent, man. If you know you.
Yo, what would the biggest wear? But shout out to all parties involved, bro. Like, it was truly special.
Shout out the new GM Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, shout out Rey Mysterio. But Ray, I love you, bro. But you don't belong behind that commentary table, bro. I was like, I'm not super critical of commentary unless it's like McAfee, because sometimes I feel like he takes away from it. But yeah, Ray, you don't belong behind that table, man.
This is just you can't tell Ray no at this point, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Ray must got some fouls. Ray must got some fouls, man. Because listen, this man got an IC title match coming up. Put that man on.
He comes. I think he got his head in too many pots right now.
Shout out his agent, man.
What's gonna happen when we see Rey Mysterio get a world title shot in like 3 weeks?
Hey man, Ray versus Roman might move me.
And also, really quick, obviously I know like being El Grande Americano, like Ludwig is like working a different style. But obviously because he's been like under Gunther and like in Imperium in the entirety that I have seen him, I've never seen Ludwig work babyface, like work from underneath, like have to work to like fight for the crowd's admiration.
Also, shout out Ludwig, man.
Shit, bro.
Real yarner, man. Listen, if I want to kiss my girl, I'm gonna kiss my girl.
That's a real thing, boy. That's a real nigga.
Y'all finna make out my wife in his elevator. He ain't gonna say shit about it.
That shit is insane.
Shout out Gunther too, man. Real ones, man.
Oh yeah, hey, Gunther said, like, my man's finna have the biggest match of his career. You think I'm finna let him sit in the cell?
What you locked up for, bro? He did what?
Oh,
I'm on the way, bro.
where
How much you
am I?
need, bro? How much you need, bro? I'm on the way, bro.
Put $1,000 on it, nigga. Get him out of there.
Get my man's out of here, bro. You
Man,
seen that? You seen his lady, bro? Nigga? Step your game up, cuz. Step your game up. You'll go find you a baddie kiss in the elevator. Don't hate on me. Hate the player, hate the game.
Hats off to Gable and hats off to Ludwig as well. Definitely excited to see. Well, I know what the next natural progression is as far as like what Ludwig should be doing. So, Dominic, you hold that AAA championship close, brother, because
got some vacation time lined
yeah,
up,
come Triple Mania, you got to come up off that, big bro. Chad Gable, I genuinely don't know what's next for him. He did head to Italy after the match. Did not appear on Monday Night Raw. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was gonna join the Division that night, to be honest, but that didn't happen. As far as what may be next for him, SmackDown still needs a shot in the arm. I'd welcome it. I personally think, and I don't like saying people are above mid-card championships, but like Chad Gable 40, he ain't getting no younger, man. Put him in the world title match. I recall seeing the matchup with Cody Rhodes not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Very quality stuff. Put him in the world title scene, man. Wouldn't hurt. Get some new blood in there, man.
Yeah, him and Cody would do good together. I believe the true, like two guys who can bring their emotions in the ring. Chad has had like amazing matches. If you haven't seen, he's been in love all this week. So shout out to Chad. No, wherever you put him, I think he's going to flourish. I would like to see him in a world title picture. Like I said, him and Cody would be like an amazing match. That would be like a crazy build up. So Chad, because if they throw Chad in that U.S. title picture on SmackDown, wouldn't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely cook.
And then I don't know when. Hell, shoot, I forgot you got Penta and Ray coming up. Chad could be like, listen, I'm a luchador too. You feel what I'm saying?
I will say, well, nah, he can't put that mask back on. I'm sorry, that mask he cannot put that mask back on. It would be so disrespectful to that match if he ever puts that mask back on. But what I will say is, while I would like him to move to the world title scene, I can acknowledge that eventually, that it would be a good finish to that arc if he was to finally win the Intercontinental Championship from Penta specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the direction they want to go. I did think like they were going to go the Javon Evans / Ethan Page route. Doesn't appear that they're doing that right away, so I don't know. But I think they should explore that possibility.
If Triple H doesn't have his head up his ass and misses the layup again.
Triple H, don't be a coward, man.
No on that.
All right, some other quick notables. Then we'll get in the Clash, get in the Monday Night Raw, try to get out of here. Enzo, and possibly Big Cass, known as Big Bill currently, are said to be potentially heading back to WWE. More specifically, at this moment, Enzo. Big Bill's contract is coming up, but I don't think it's up yet. They're said to be, well, as far as Enzo, they're saying they're going to put him on NXT. Thoughts, feelings, anything?
I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? We know how WWE fans are. We love a good comeback. I don't think NXT needs like Enzo, or maybe Enzo needs NXT. You know how you want to look at it, but I think that it will work. I mean, NXT, you always got revolving doors. NXT will be great. Hopefully Enzo has learned his lesson. I guess I don't know. Yeah, changed, and then
because they said he used to be a huge, like, I think they said Roman Reigns had to kick him off the bus once.
Yeah, and then like I think that one segment he had with all the cruiserweights, they said that was like some real deal heat.
Yeah,
when he was like in the middle of the ring just calling everybody out, that was like some real deal heat. So hopefully he is like, I guess, progressed as a personality. Same for Big Bill, because apparently that the segment with Daniel Bryan and like that the midget segment.
Kind
of like push on. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes. Look at guys like Drew McIntyre came back, flourished for themselves. You know what I'm saying? If they do bring us even as a tag team match, that's something new and fresh and just helps out guys. They can be like good veterans in the locker room. You got Natty on NXT now doing her thing. So I mean, it could work in my opinion. Hey, if they bring back the OG entrances, with the mics and the
I would say in 2016/17, I was super moved by that shit.
Yes.
Damn hard. You also brought up a great point. It isn't. we're watching some of those NXT people like grow up in front of us on TV, and it's very important to like get them in there with people who know what they're doing. Big Bill, or I don't know what he's gonna go by. He's probably gonna go by Big Cass when he comes back, but I'm just gonna call him Big Bill for now. Has been very serviceable in AEW, done some good work, got stuck with the learning tree thing, but like for the most part has done some good work. So I mean, yeah, it is important to get like some of those young guys in there with veterans. I am interested, I guess, to see if they're gonna reheat their own nachos in terms of the gimmick itself. Because like I said, in 2016/17, I was super moved by that. Yeah. And I think the only reason, like, I think management was this close to committing to them as like their top tag team and like winning the belts until the Hardys came back that night.
Yeah. Hardys WrestleMania comeback, you just can't.
Yeah, like
after
really that, it was just like
in the era of the Hardys being like they resurged themselves as being like the
broken and all.
Yeah, broken, deleted, like you just can't.
I was like, these niggas are losing. As soon as that music hit, I said, yeah, these niggas are losing tonight. Like that's it. There's no room for this shit anymore.
Yeah, and another one of them VKM loving like tall big guys for no reason. Like that just kind of messed things up too. But they come back. I welcome back open arms. NXT kind of needs something fresh. It's starting to pick back up now. The title seems looking better. Shouts out to Tony D. I'm trying to. Don't want to get. Hey, we said it last time.
I done had to pull his card one too many times, man. We done already talked about this, bro.
Yeah, like I said,
your homies is on the main roster doing big shit, man. You a super senior right now.
You
do something.
One of your mans is retired from wrestling. And
your man's retired.
The other man's found the love of his life, just latching on to her. I'm not mad at it, but hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
do something.
Yeah, man.
And finally, King and Queen of the Ring brackets have been announced. They are underway. We are obviously going to review the first round of matches that took place on Monday Night Raw. But to briefly discuss the brackets, obviously hindsight is 2020 because I've already watched two of the matches, and those were bangers. Again, we're going to get into those. But obviously at first glance, my issue is why is the women's world champion taking up a spot in a tournament where we are trying to determine who the challenger is for a world title? What are niggas doing backstage that they couldn't just?
And why is she facing who she's facing?
Yeah. Oh, it's a fatal 4-way tournament. So like but like, what are we doing backstage that you couldn't just put a filler name in her place, or a B, get her something real to do, bro? Like, I really do not get it. Yeah. I don't understand. And the worst part, you can clearly tell when they told her that she had just found out. They told her on live television in the little post show.
If that's what they were aiming for, all right, you got us. Round of applause. But if not, then yeah, why? And why is she like the first person there? Why she's literally the first person you see? Dude. Like, come on.
I don't understand. Like, and I want to get a picture of the brackets.
And it's another one of those. Oh, I'm gonna be two belts live or something like that.
It's like
we don't need that no more.
We don't need. I get if that's the story they're trying to tell, but like we also don't need that.
Like we're reheating the nachos of it could be Liv versus Roxanne or Liv versus Raquel. Like, come on, bro. We don't need right.
Let me find a picture of the bracket, bro, because
them and like
even I'm not gonna pretend like I can come up with like 30 different names that should have been in the tournament.
Even making stuff a fatal 4-way just because kind of lazy. Like let these women show off, man. Because the way you write these fatal 4-way matches on TV, it's too quick. Like on Friday, you had Julia. She had like a great reaction, but she gets pinned. Was that Monday? That was Monday, right?
Julia did get pinned on Monday.
Yeah, it's like you feel what I'm saying? Like you could have like showed all different personalities and stuff like that. It's just like, come on, yo, what are y'all doing, man? It's a layup.
Like off the top of my head, I would have used Ivy Nile in that spot. She's somebody who's been sitting there, not necessarily doing anything. I know Stephanie Vaquer is injured. Let's see who else. Well, they told the story on Monday that Maxine was essentially passed over. But even in theory, that doesn't make sense. because
What are you doing?
why are you passing over Maxine to put the world champion in the tournament? What does Liv Morgan have to gain? Like, yes, she could potentially win the tournament, go on to SummerSlam, and become 2 belts Liv. But like, other than that, because we know it's not going to happen, what does she really have to gain from being in this tournament? We have not seen a Liv Morgan title defense since WrestleMania. I'm sorry, we haven't seen a Liv Morgan title defense at all.
Yeah, they're just even going back to like the Jade Cargill stuff. She barely defended her title. Rhea, well, not Rhea, but somebody else. Who was it? Like Julia, she was barely defending her title when she was U.S. champ. Just like, what are y'all doing, man? Just please lock in.
Yeah, I don't get it.
We boosted up the women's division. For I don't know how long. This is like the women's division could carry the company. Y'all are just like not making champions feel like champions sometimes. It's just like you can easily throw Liv in just something simple, quick, and that just 2 or 3 weeks and boom, she looks credible. Now you're just doing like this lazy stuff and putting her in like the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring title. And didn't she win it last year?
No, not last year.
No, Jay won it last year. Well, yeah, she won it before. It's just like, yo, we don't need this. Like, it's just, I don't know, man.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, like if you're doing this to progress the storyline, you really don't have to do this with like titles. Like, just champions be champions, man. She should be like ringside watching or something like that. Just don't have her like in the match because she's gonna be, who is it? Her, Becky,
Damn it. It's her, Becky Lynch. Was it Bailey or Lyra? Fuck. I had the bracket in my face like 3 times this week, and none of the times did I actually save them. That's actually insane. All right. Queen of the Ring.
Here I got it. Liv, Becky, Bliss, Chelsea Green.
Yeah. Okay, I got both of them stacked up. Great. But yeah, I'm also like, even I don't know, man. I just don't get it. I need to like really think on what the Raw women's roster is, but just off the top of my head, like somebody who's not getting TV time and clearly has wrestling ability is Ivy Nile. She could have been in that tournament. Liv Morgan gains nothing. And okay, Bailey's already in the tournament, so never mind. Lyra is also in the tournament. Okay, so well, I don't know if Paige and or Nikki Bella are considered Raw or SmackDown.
No, brother.
But I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world, but I'm saying like,
yeah, come on, y'all.
You have set the precedent that like the mid card women's champions can be in there because like you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So you can easily set the precedent that the tag champions can be in
Becky in there no matter what.
Yeah, and on top of that, like that what I just said makes sense as well because
why isn't like Tiffany
Priest? Yeah, or Tiffany, Priest and Williams and Trick Williams are both a part of the tournament on the men's side. Obviously, Priest is one half the tag champs. Trick is the United States champion. So I'm gonna just read off these brackets real quick. Obviously, 2 of these matches already happened. On the men's side for King of the Ring, first round, we had Penta, Oba Femi, Solo Sikoa, Carmelo Hayes. Oba advanced in that one. We are going to get into that. Hold tight. Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, Damian Priest. On the right side of the bracket, we have Seth Rollins, Javon Evans, Tyler Tonga, Ricky Saints, and then Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. It's important to note before I go read off the women's one, the way they have worded it on TV, they have a choice of champion no matter what brand. So it doesn't necessarily, like, I don't know who's going to win, but the way they have worded it on television is you are allowed to challenge either champion as opposed to it being brand specific as it was the past 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now for Queen of the Ring, we obviously have Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Chelsea Green, Sol Ruka, Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill. On the right side of the bracket, we have in the match that already took place, Roxanne, Io, who advanced, Julia, and Lash Legend. And then Bayley, Raquel Rodriguez, JC Jane, and Kiana James. So from the 2 we saw on Monday, I guess I'm okay with this being a fatal 4-way, but I do feel like, as you said, making this a singles thing would have gone a long way.
And it would have like made it like more interesting. I feel like
Yeah.
fatal 4-ways. This might be done in like 3 weeks max.
I mean, yeah, because it's supposed to, like, the finals take place at Night of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like if you had done singles matches, you still probably could have got a decent amount done, because you could have had at least 2 from each side on Monday Night Raw.
And you're filling up TV time.
Filling up TV time, and you still get to the semis like the next week. So we can. We're gonna move into Clash really quick.
You got any favorites? Early favorites
for the tournament?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hesitant to say Oba, just because they're not shying away from it being 1-1 between him and Brock Lesnar. As far as the women's, my favorite prior to the happenings of Monday night was Roxanne, because it seemed like the obvious logical path was like Roxanne stepping up at SummerSlam, since Liv wanted to question her and shit. But now, based off of the present bracket, I would say on the women's side, and this is me just assuming Triple H has guts, I guess, I'm gonna say JC Jane wins and becomes Queen of the Ring.
Okay, all right. I was personally, I would like to see Lara versus Bayley in like the finals. That would be crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then men's side, even though I think the writing is on the wall, because it is at SummerSlam. Like,
oh yeah,
rumors out, Seth versus Roman is like the favorites right now. I don't know how I feel about that right now. And then Brock and Oba, that could play a role in this, but I would like LA Knight to win still. Just hopefully they can still find a way to pull that together. Just get the man something, please.
Yeah.
Because
it'd be such, even if he doesn't win the world title, it'd be such a nice consolation prize to let people know, like, we give a fuck about this nigga. He just might not be our world champion. Like, we give a fuck though. We hear you. But I don't know. I think it's bold of us to assume this nigga got guts at this point, man. Yeah. This ain't 2023 Triple H no more. We just kind of got to face that. But to get in the Clash real quick, I thought it was a solid show. I thought there were some hiccups. Very easily, to me, the match of the night was Rhea and Jade Cargill.
Hey man.
And if you remember a couple weeks ago when we spoke about this, I said, like, hopefully this iteration of it is better. And it kind of was. And not even talking about the match, just like, I guess, the program in general. Mm-hmm. But maybe that's because they ain't try to do too much, they ain't try to force too much talking into it. It was just, you know what I'm saying? No pun intended, a bunch of brutality. Like, it was just a bunch of, like, fighting. It was a bunch of Jade getting the best of Rhea a couple times. It wasn't much verbal jousting going on. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe that was the biggest difference in this. The match itself, it's funny to say it was better than the WrestleMania match, because the WrestleMania match was not bad. It was very good. And, like, niggas seeing Jade do a one-winged angel was just like, that's in your bag. Like, this match was incredible. It genuinely felt like these two women had, like, wrestled 1,000 times before, with just, like, how well they had known each other. Mm-hmm. Countering the Jaded and the Riptide multiple times. Great match. Obviously my only nitpick, and frankly my nitpick from the weekend, I don't know who producing these matches or what. We got to retire the manager trying to put the foot on the bottom rope shit, bro. I done seen y'all fucking up too many times this weekend. I don't know if y'all nervous. I don't know if the light's too bright. B-Fab almost fucked up the whole finish. Luckily, Jade had the presence of mind to just get her foot on the rope and make it look a certain way. But incredible matchup from those two women. Cody and Gunther. So there were, like, mixed opinions on it. Some people felt like it wasn't enough wrestling that happened between those two, being the performers that they are. Some people felt like it was a fine match and people just, like, fucked it up with the finish. Mm-hmm. After taking a few days to think on it, I was enjoying the match. I do think they were just starting to kind of get into more of a lather and more of a rhythm. I don't think the finish was necessarily needed. Like it's Gunther doesn't lose much, bro. It's okay. Well, actually, let me say this. I'm fine with the finish, but the problem is when his foot was under the rope, that was fine. Because from there you've already established probable cause. Like, this shouldn't even count it. I think the problem was like in the midst of that pin though, he raises Gunther's leg. So now it looks a little screwy to everybody. Like, nah, well, this clearly shouldn't have happened. Like, no, it should have. But like, there was a better way to go about it, I think. But it's to be honest, it's kind of tough being a Cody Rhodes fan. Just because I don't know how many times somebody can show you that the best thing you can do is get out of their way and let you wrestle and not have all these screwy finishes and typical WWE main events. But like Cody Rhodes has shown you that several times. Cody Rhodes is going out and had multiple bangers to where like there were no screwy finishes. And like it was something we talked about for the next couple of days. Think about the AJ Styles matches, you know. Even think about the Logan Paul match in his first reign. Like things that don't typically have too many shenanigans typically work out really well for Cody Rhodes, go in his favor, and it makes people think a lot better of him for it. Gunther does not lose often enough to where I feel like you need to protect him from anything. Mm-hmm. Especially considering Cody Rhodes is one of the people that already beat him. So I don't think you need to do too much protecting for somebody who hasn't. Gunther's been a WWE superstar for like, what, 8-something years? And I think you can still count on one hand how many people he has lost to on the main roster, if I'm not mistaken.
Sammy, Jay.
Cody, twice.
And it's one more person.
CM Punk.
Yeah, CM Punk, there it is.
One of those names is not like the other. But other than that, like, it ain't like he's losing to a bunch of bozos, man. Like
he's losing to
he's losing to the top dogs.
He's the main event talent, like no pun intended.
Yeah, like you. At some point, man, we gotta.
And then it's probably not gonna be like their end. It's probably gonna be their last battle.
Yeah, like it's not gonna be their last match, but like
I'm highly favored. They're not gonna let Gunther go 0-3 against Cody.
Yeah, probably not. But it's probably not. But if they do, I mean, that is what it is. From there you can have a different discussion. Mm-hmm. But as we said, like he's losing the top dogs. Like the worst name on that list that he's lost to is Jey Uso.
And that was just for the moment.
And yeah, it was just a moment thing, and they tried to retcon it as best they could. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think, even if it did hurt him, I feel like he got it right back. Like we saw him retire Goldberg live and in living color. We watched him retire John Cena. We watched him retire AJ Styles. He got all of that heat back, bro. There was nothing wrong. To me, there was nothing wrong with, if he was really going to lose that match, there's nothing wrong with him just losing that match. And then this Friday, you come out, he come out and come beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes, bro. How many times have we seen a heel get pinned clean and just can't accept it and they're a sore loser, bro? I think sometimes, like, we just do too much protecting wrestlers, bro. Like, it's okay. Yes, I think wins and losses matter in wrestling, bro, because if I see you lose 10 times, like, no, I don't think you can be the world champion. But when I see you running through niggas' face for like a year, I'm more inclined to believe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have got caught lacking once. Literally on Friday, Gunther had cut that promo where he was like, I promised Goldberg I was going to retire, and I did. I promised AJ Styles was going to retire, and I did. I promised your role model I was going to make him give up, and I did. And I literally went on Twitter and tweeted. I quoted that shit. I said, Cody, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I believe every word Gunther has said since like December of 2025. I absolutely believe he's gonna do this shit to you, bro. Like, I really do. That's how I felt. Because he's a believable heel, bro. Mm-hmm. But I've also seen, and not that Cody Rhodes is like an underdog at this point. Like, he's very much the golden boy. But I've also seen Cody overcome like insurmountable odds too. So both outcomes were believable. You don't have to protect anybody from anything. If you want to do another match, just straight up do it, bro. We got to start with the screwy shit though, bro. It's not helping anybody. It's really not. You didn't protect Gunther from anything. if Gunther would have got pinned on Saturday without his foot in the rope, I wouldn't have thought any less of him. Because again, we can count on one hand how many times he has lost since he's been on the main roster.
And how many times Cody has beat the odds? Like
literally,
yeah.
literally,
it's Cody Rhodes. Like
exactly. Sol Ruka versus Becky Lynch. Shout out black women, man.
Yeah, man.
And I don't even want to get too deep into that other discussion that was being had on Twitter about like Soul's blackness. That's a black woman, bro. I personally don't play the mixed games, bro. Like,
yeah, man.
It's a black woman. I thought the match was incredible. I think for the most part, Soul has gotten the nerves out that she had when she first got called up, because there have been like a few mistakes here and there, but it feels like she's currently in the appropriate spot. I think having her lead your women's mid card division is appropriate. I think it's the right thing to do. I am all for, and I say this with SmackDown, but like just in WWE in general, I am all for like inserting some young blood, inserting some new life into any division in that company. I think we've seen I think while I'm not necessarily one of the ones who complains about like the top dogs being on top all the time, I think we're also in an era where it's like unprecedented, bro. You got to remember, like, John Cena is probably like the best example of somebody who we've seen like on top for like a very long time, as opposed to like his predecessors like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. Like they kind of got out the game a little bit early. Some, Hollywood injuries, whatever the case may be, they got out the game a little bit early. So I don't think people are so used to seeing sustained success at that level. So I think that's kind of why people are a little like, let somebody else get a turn. But like, yeah, I get it. But I think people should also like keep that in mind as well. The tribal combat match, it was all right. I think I think it was a step down from Backlash. To be honest, I thought their Backlash match was incredible, but I think tribal combat was a step down.
A little worried. We heard rumors of Jacob being hurt, so
yeah,
I was a little worried
because of the live events. Yeah. I mean, I kind of knew the result coming in. To be honest, it being tribal combat didn't change for me. But I would like to, and this is going to segue in us talking about Raw, assuming I didn't leave a match. I didn't leave a match out. Jade, Soul and Becky, Cody, Gunther, Roman and Jacob. It wasn't only 4 men. Oh, Brock and Oba.
Writing was on the wall. Sorry.
Writing was on the wall. I do, however, for the most part, like how they did it. I've never seen somebody F5 7 times, 6 through a table, and get up from 6 of them. Not to mention a Kimura lock, and still like getting in a bunch of offense. Like, Oba's gonna be fine, as we saw on Monday. Still white hot. Now back to Roman Reigns, and it's gonna sound like hating, but it's not. Like, I think it's. So let me just say this, because there's been a lot of conversation this week. I am aware that as an internet audience, and we go to shows, but like as an internet audience and as people who like interact with wrestling like primarily through the internet until it comes to our city, I understand that we are a minority in how we feel about certain things. And I understand, like, and I've even said this, like, we've both said this. You got to go with what's in the building. If you go to the building and it's 12,000 ones up in the sky, that's what you got to go with. Period.
10-minute audio applauses, just chanting somebody's name.
Period. That's what you got to go with.
Yeah,
that is the truth. No matter how unfortunate it may be to some of us, that is the truth.
And merch sales, I think.
Merch sales.
He's still top 3-5 in merch.
Yeah. So that is the truth. However, no matter what you may think, Nick Khan, I do think that people on the internet and fans in general have every right to see somebody who at his peak is when he is locked in, is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And that is true. I believe that. I believe when Roman Reigns is like dialed in and doing his best work, and it's not all just cinema. He is the best wrestler in the world. Don't believe me? Go watch WrestleMania 42, Night 2. But I think it is okay for us as fans to want something more than for him to continue on a 6-year story. I think it is okay for us to want him to exist outside of the bubble that is his family. I always say this too. I will never knock somebody for getting in a position and putting their family on. I ain't gonna knock LeBron James for it, for getting his son in the good position. I ain't gonna knock Bronny for. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna knock Roman Reigns for it, for getting his cousins in a good position. You know what I'm saying? Getting people in positions to eat. I'm not gonna knock nobody for it. But at what point do you challenge yourself and say, like, I got to do something outside of this bubble? I got to do something outside of what I'm used to. I got to challenge myself from being comfortable. And you did it at WrestleMania. That's my problem. That is my whole problem with this whole thing. You did a legitimate pro wrestling program at WrestleMania, or on the road to WrestleMania. And the night after, what did you do? You ran back to bloodline business. I don't have a problem with you trying to get Jacob on, but my problem with that also is, like, and this maybe it's because we're not in the ninth inning of the bloodline story. But let me ask you, truthfully, and if you feel differently, it's okay. Is there anything that came from this weekend or from Monday Night Raw that made Jacob Fatu feel like a bigger star to you than he already was? Do you feel like he's at the same level, or do you feel like he's lower? Because me personally, me watching this nigga bend the knee to Roman Reigns made me think much less of him than I ever thought.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I think it kind of keeps him the same. I don't know if, like, I had like one of my coworkers. He was telling me he didn't think Jacob needed to turn face. They should have kept him heel with that interaction with Solo. Like, they kind of rushed that on him. So I feel like we might get back to the original Jacob of, like, just destroying people. Like, he had one of the best debuts of all time. Like, he took out Cody,
Kevin Owens, Randy,
in like 5 minutes.
He was a made man when he got on screen, bruh.
So I don't know if they were just I don't know if they kind of, honestly, I don't know if this is like Roman stuff, because we saw with, like, Roman and Punk going back to, it was like, all right, who's telling this story, man? Because it's like you got Roman doing certain stuff, you got Punk doing certain stuff. It's just like, is this Paul Heyman? Like, who's in control of this stuff? That's my only issue, is like, okay, maybe Roman is trying to put everybody on, because do we really need MFT in this stuff? No.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
Yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, who's really?
All of it right now is very confusing to me.
Yeah, that's the only thing, is like, all right. So I'm not gonna, like, Jacob with Roman and Jay and Jimmy. Yeah, okay, this might help out Jacob see what really goes on in, like, the main event scene. Like, Roman has been telling him, all right, this is what comes with it: the traveling, the press,
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, like, I still don't get it, because
yeah, I'm struggling to understand, because, as you said, the first night we seen him on TV, took out Cody Rhodes, took out Randy Orton, took out Kevin Owens. Also in that summer, this is a lost clip that I saw on Twitter the other day. When Cody was into it with Solo, he was like, Jacob, I give you a shot at the belt tonight. And obviously that was probably something creative wrote, but it, like, you know, they kind of had Solo step over him.
Mm-hmm.
But even after that, like, he broke free from Solo, was United States champion somewhere in the middle of that, had a great match with LA Knight at WrestleMania last year, had a great feud with Drew McIntyre throughout this year, had a miniature feud with Cody Rhodes. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what this does for him. I don't know if eventually he's gonna, like, turn on Roman Reigns and, like, he's the world champion. I don't know.
Yeah,
but right now, I don't see it.
I don't know if this is like them pushing the gun. Like, all right, we got this guy who's super over. Let's just separate him from his faction and just put him to the top. And then somebody just, I don't know if, like, the Drew stuff, him getting a movie role, just make them, like, change directions or what it is. Like, it just, sometimes it's like, all right, who's really in charge of this stuff? Like, is this like, all right, TKO sees a superstar in Jacob, they want to separate him from MFTs, have him US champ for what was it, 2 or 3 months, and it kind of felt like an empty run, and then now you put him with Drew. We don't know what Drew's like future holds because he got like Hollywood stuff, movie stuff going on. Now him and Roman had amazing potential. We talked about it, like him beating everybody's ass was just 10 out of 10, phenomenal. Like, you can't, like, it was perfect. And then now you put him back with Roman, like he's back to being a henchman. Like, to me, like he's a good henchman, but I think we're going to get like the same stuff of, all right, whoever steps in front of Roman, they're going to get handled by the Usos. They're going to get handled by Jacob. It's going to be the rinse repeat thing. All right, we got to get Jacob away from Roman now.
Yeah,
and then it's going to be, all right, we got to get the Usos back in the tag team title picture.
Yeah,
so
all of this feels like very inevitable. By the way,
yeah, it's like it just. And then the work for me personally is just like, all right, if we're gonna do this MFT versus Bloodline stuff, why'd you cut JC and Tom? Like, why'd you cut?
So, fuck that. Here's my issue. Why would we do that? And we've seen it already. You did a whole War Games match around it. You did a whole War Games match with Bloodline versus MFT.
Yeah, it's confusing because even going back to, like, we talking about AAA. All right, AAA feels like an Undertaker production. NXT feels like a HBK production. When we get to like the main roster, it feels like, is this Hunter or is this TKO? Like, is this TKO being like, all right, y'all, this is what we gonna do? Nah, Hunter, we ain't cool with that. So it's just confusing. Like, I just wish we had some clarity because it gets confusing because, like, we can't keep defending it, and it's like, bro, Triple H is like losing his credibility. Like, I don't know if you saw the tweet, but it was like, bro, everybody who Triple H rivals from the aggression era is like overstepping him. HBK, NXT, Undertaker, AAA, The Rock build, The Rock completely remixing the WrestleMania 40 build. I think they said like Stone Cold produced some John Cena segment that did something that did. I think he did John Cena. He helped out with John Cena versus Punk or something like that. I got to look it up, but it's like, yeah, bro, like whatever Triple H got going on, he got to step his game up. I don't know if he got to.
So from what I understand,
I don't know what's going on, man, but it's just confusing. It just gets tiring because, like you said, Roman is one of the best, and we just keep downplaying him because it's rinse and repeat.
From what I understand, and I mean, it's no surprise, honestly. Like, Roman Reigns is very much in charge of everything he does. It's like it's supposed to be him and like Heyman.
Yeah.
But even if that's the case, like, Paul Heyman, why are you not in this nigga ear? Like, you be doing so much more, bro. Like, I understand, like, in real life, you were legitimately indebted to them niggas' family. But I don't know, man. Again, I don't think it's crazy to want us to, or for people to want him to push the boundaries of what he's doing, especially when we've seen he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen Roman Reigns at his peak several times as a wrestler and as a character. And at his peak, it don't all revolve around his family, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. It just doesn't. So I don't know. And further to that point of his family, bro, I don't know what this Jey Uso shit is anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't know what this shit is anymore.
I just think Jey just can't take him so seriously. Jey just having too much fun. Like, the break-in character, like the laugh and miss. Like, I just think Jey just having too much fun, and he just can't control himself. And then him being, like you said, under Roman Reigns is like, listen, bro, hey, let him be him. Like, it don't matter, man. Like, them.
Yeah. I don't know what. I literally don't know what to think.
The clapping is hilarious. Like, him cheesing hard as hell. Like, during the segment Monday night was hilarious. It's just like an asterisk by it because we don't know what's going on. It's hilarious.
And before I move on, Roman Reigns, don't ever threaten us with a bad time again. Nigga told Jey Uso, yeah, you done held this one before, which he finally acknowledged, by the way. Remember when he was talking about how you made the belt relevant? I was like, with your cousin standing right there, bro? Yeah, don't threaten us with a bad time. That nigga ain't getting that championship off Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna let you know that right now, nigga. King of the Ring qualifier. Nigga Oba farmed. Mid-entrance, the music never stopped. But I thought it was an extremely well-produced match. I will say I was a little concerned about how it would look going in. One, because obviously we're like fresh off the heels of like Oba losing to Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
So like my immediate thought is like, well, this nigga not getting out the first round. I'm sure Brock Lesnar ain't flew back to Canada. I guess he did. And then my second thing was like, well, you got a multi-man match with Oba. Like, what does that look like? Because he, to this point, like, Oba has basically run through people, bro. So it's like, well, damn, like, how did they book this? Like, is he finna, like, run through all these things? Yes and no. It didn't necessarily go like that. You obviously had a couple spots where, like, niggas teamed up, ganged up when they needed to, took them out. But it was a bunch of great moving pieces in this match. Even the involvement of Tala Tonga, who was not in the match, did wonders for Opa's character.
Finally made Tyler look like something, you know.
Yeah, finally made Tyler look like something. But also further proves our point of what we always said, which is like, damn, get Solo away from these niggas. When he's in the ring with like other people who can like really go, bro, like it looks great.
The charismatic is already there. Like,
yeah, like the best thing that they have done for Solo, since they won't necessarily let him get away from the group, they at least stop trying to make him Teemu Roman Reigns. They stopped trying to put those character traits that Roman Reigns has, those personality traits. Let Solo go out. Should he be a faction leader? No. But if we're going to make Solo a faction leader, we should probably let him be a faction leader his way. Mm-hmm. And it works. So I'm not mad at that. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee teamed up to face Rusev and Ethan Page. First off, we got Rey back in the bag. He's like his 07 for 2 weeks straight, man. Can make some noise for Rey Mysterio.
Shout out to the doctors, man.
Shout out to the stem cells. Shout out to the doctors. Shout out to going back to what works, man. As we said earlier, got his hands in many pots at this point. Number one contender for the IC title. AAA GM, AAA commentator, WWE Hall of Famer. Still moving around this bitch like he's not 51 years old. That nigga is not human. Rey Mysterio, brother. Make some noise for yourself, man. Jesus. Incredible tag match. Fun stuff. Obviously, a hot international crowd does help. But it was genuinely a great match. I had a lot of fun watching it. I'm excited for Rey and Penta. I don't know when they're going to pull the plug. Or, not pull the plug, but push the button on that, rather. But I'm excited.
I would love it to be a AAA Mania. I think that would be like a banger opener.
But that's in September.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, make this, my fault. Yeah, make this Monday. Yeah.
Either they make it Monday,
or could it be at Clash?
I think you could make it till Night of Champions, because that's Night of Champions June 28th. And, you know, every title is supposed to be defended on Night of Champions. Well, it wasn't last year, which is so crazy. Like, you call it Night of Champions, and that was always the premise of the pay-per-view. And like,
well, I think somebody pulling a card already. That's the rumor report, you know what I'm saying? Remember the rumors about Roman not being on the one of the tours coming up because he didn't want to go to Saudi?
Now you don't want to go. Nigga don't miss that Saudi Arabian check ever. Now you don't want to go when he the world champion. What a loser, nigga.
That's what the streets were saying, man.
I gotta look it up. I don't think this nigga has ever missed a Saudi Arabia show in the entire time that they've been going there. No, I understand what's going on overseas now, but that nigga ain't ever missed a payday out there, bro. You gotta show me Roman Reigns missing a paycheck in Saudi Arabia.
I don't know if this is like the European tour they were going there on right now, but they were saying like he was going to skip out on one of the European tours because it was going to lead up into Clash of Champions. So I don't know.
Nah, hey, he got to show me, nigga. He got to show me. I ain't never seen Roman Reigns miss no Saudi Arabia paycheck. He got to show me. Damn, I feel like more happened on Raw than what I got on here, but shit. The Queen of the Ring qualifier. As I said earlier, I was very surprised with the outcome. Like, I thought the layup to me was for Roxanne to win the tournament and go on to SummerSlam.
Brother, you think Io Sky is losing in the first round of the Queen of the Ring tournament? I have
news
for you, brother.
But I just would have. I know they're eventually going to do it, but my problem is we know how prolonged breakups with the Judgment Day are. But if you had done the Roxanne angle, like, I would have been patient, because there's so much story there. One, by the way, they also traded Finn Balor to SmackDown, like, very quietly. I don't know if that's in exchange for Jacob Fatu, technically, since Jacob was a SmackDown superstar.
But Usos and Jacob gonna be on Friday Night SmackDown, man. I hate to tell y'all.
God, I hope not.
They're gonna be on Friday Night SmackDown.
But I lost my train of thought. I thought that there was a lot more story there to where you could be like, obviously Liv had been questioning her loyalty. And even before, I mean, even after that, like this past Monday, there was like some tension between them because, like, you know, Liv was acting like she was the only one in the tournament, like after Roxanne had lost, and Raquel is in the tournament as well.
Bro, we got Scott Foster game 1.
Lord Jesus, they're trying to extend the series already. But
first game 1 to go
it's
0-0.
0-0. What do you need the extender for? But I thought there was a lot more story there to where, because again, remember the rules of King and Queen of the Ring this year, like you can choose a champion.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of story there, and like, going that little Royal Rumble approach, or let's call it the Batista evolution approach, to where the mentor is trying to tell the mentee like, hey, go get this belt. Because obviously, remember, like when Batista won the Rumble, like Triple H was telling him, bro, go to SmackDown to get that shit up off JBL, bro. He's sweet. Like, there's a lot of story in you know what I'm saying, Liv potentially trying to get in Roxanne's head and saying, hey, go get this from whoever the women's champion will probably be, Rhea Ripley, through SummerSlam. I don't think they'll change. Go get this from Rhea Ripley, especially since like Rhea's my sworn enemy, turned her back on the Judgment Day. All this, like, it works. So I was confused why they didn't do that. But like you said, like, it is Io Sky. It is foolish to expect Io Sky to lose in the first round of a tournament. But all in all, it was a great matchup. I think it had a similar, and they pointed it out on commentary too, it had a similar formula to the very first match of the very first qualifier, I should say, with the men. Mostly because, Opal was the big competitor in that match. In this match in particular, Lash Legend was the bigger competitor. So, but while it had a similar formula, it was nothing alike. It wasn't the same at all. Very different. A lot of different moving parts. So, wasn't mad about that. And then our main event for the evening, Rollins versus Braun, part 2. Part 3, if you consider the NXT matchup they had a few years ago, canon. Truthfully, I was expecting some, like, I mean, there were shenanigans in this match, but I was expecting, like, crazy shenanigans. Like, I thought we was finna get a new member of the division, because in my mind, I'm just like, we fresh off a clash in Italy. Why did y'all just decide to, like, book this match tonight? Like, no warning, no nothing. Like, yeah, these niggas facing off tonight. Like, I said, what? Like, I was like, oh, there's gonna be a new member of the division, or Bronson Reed is coming back tonight. That is genuinely what I thought. Luckily, that was not the case. Well, luckily for Seth Rollins, I guess. I don't know if they still want to have Vision members. Incredible match. I thought it was. I didn't think less of the Backlash match, but I thought like it was a step up for Backlash. I thought everything was perfect for the most part. As we discussed a couple weeks ago, when you Seth Rollins, you got to be damn near perfect, or niggas gonna criticize you. I thought the match was perfect. Thought it was beautiful. I will say they definitely got away from something I thought they were gonna do that I was very terrified of, which was I thought that by Theory taking out Dawkins last week, they were gonna lean towards like making Seth and Montez Ford do a can they coexist storyline and win the tag team championships. Thank God that is not happening, or it doesn't look like it's happening anyway. Now we know both men are a part of King of the Ring, so it is possible that the third and final match of that trilogy happens in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, being that they are both on separate sides of the bracket. Also, before I even get to that, the Bret Hart and Goldberg spot, bro. Chef's kiss. Like, I think that's the first time I've seen that maybe the second. I can't remember what the first was, but that's like the second time second time that I've seen it like reenacted on TV.
Yeah, I can't really think of none.
I thought it was perfect. Especially because like it's not a spot that's overused. Like we don't see it often, and obviously it fits the characters. It's you know what I mean? Like we know Prime Goldberg to be like this intense, hot-head, badass, go at the speed of light, all that. We know Braun Breaker to be the same thing. So naturally, him getting caught off guard by that made all the sense in the world. Um, it's funny. I saw a tweet where somebody was praising the spot. They said Bret Hart somewhere smiling. I said, I want to assure you of one thing. Bret Hart probably thought that shit was bullshit. It was a great spot, but Bret Hart probably thought it was bullshit. I ain't heard him. I ain't heard of many things Bret Hart likes these days. Bret Hart probably thought that spot was bullshit, and he hate Triple H, nigga. But it was a great spot, great match. I enjoyed it. I'm thrilled to see part 3, which I assume will happen in the King of the Ring finals.
Very creative way to do it if that is the case. Yeah, like you said, I was surprised they did this match. They just was, hey, main event, Seth versus Braun. All right, cool. Let's get to it, man. Yeah. I'm intrigued. I'm seeing what they're gonna do for this. Not like they're rushing. I'm glad, like we mentioned this before, they're not waiting to like these big PLEs and big shows to have like these conclusion of rivalries and matches. Like, hey, random Monday, let these two go at it. Let them just fight for no reason. So this was cool, man. You know, they've been teasing this back and forth for a couple of weeks, like you said, with the Street Profits and the Vision. Don't know what they're gonna do with that. With
I swear to God, the Street Profits better get them belts, bro.
With Logan being hurt now, I don't know what that changes up. You know,
we forgot to talk about that, huh?
Yeah, so I don't know. Fire Logan. Oh. So yeah, man. Seth Rollins, like you said, it fits perfectly. The architect sneaking his way into a W over a young guy. Very creative. Braun taking out Paul Heyman. Didn't see that coming at all. I'm excited to see what they do from this because Street saying Roman versus Seth. We're gonna see if they really do that. If they don't or do, whoever faces Roman, whoever faces Cody, I'm kind of excited to see what they do with this with the King of the Ring still implying that.
And you got some quality television for a couple months. Like I said, similar with the Roxanne thing. Like, if Seth is to win, like, it's history between him and both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we seen Seth versus Cody Rhodes, he finally got the win over him.
Mm-hmm. The story writes itself.
Yeah, story writes itself either way. I'm pretty sure we both know which way they're gonna go, but the story writes itself either way.
Yeah, a perfect way to can do whoever whether it's Seth or Cody. I mean, whether it's Seth versus Cody or Seth versus Roman, it's your first time doing 2 nights in SummerSlam. You gotta make it a big time show. You gotta make it feel like a big five. You gotta make it feel like a WrestleMania event show if you want to keep overpriced and stuff. At least make it worth our while.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Actually, I will say they kind of did do what they said they were gonna do and start like lowering prices a little bit. That for 2 nights, that SummerSlam is extremely reasonable. Like I looked a couple weeks ago. Flights to Minnesota are the real problem, but 2 nights about $600 for like a 100 level seat in the Viking Stadium. It's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
It's actually the most reasonable they've been in a while. Other than that, I don't think we have anything of note that happened on Monday Night Raw. Let's see. Talked about Jacob acknowledging him. LA Knight is kind of stuck in the Bloodline verse. Yeah, other than that, we're good. I believe we are on our 2-week schedule still. There's nothing for a while in terms of PLEs. But I do want to ask, or in a perfect world, because Saturday night's main event is going back to Madison Square Garden in July. In a perfect world, what do you see that card looking like? Because I think I was telling people like everybody needs to be working that show. Like Roman need to work that show. Cody need to work that show. Like all the big dogs need to work that show. I don't care how you get it done. I don't care if it's a 6-man tag or something like that. All of them niggas need to be working that show, bro. That is Madison Square Garden. Y'all be calling that shit home base and like you think WWE runs New York? Everybody needs to be working that show.
That's after Clash, right?
After Night of Champions, and like SummerSlam's not till August, so like it's a little halfway point.
Yeah, we gonna need. Yeah, that would be funny. Cody, Roman, and like Seth team up against some 3. That would be hilarious. Yeah, we got to throw LA Knight in there. I probably would spin back some with Io and Rhea, make them tag team partners or something crazy like that. Throw in. I would love to see him throwing somebody from NXT. Oh, shoot, that could be like. Damn, they said. I wonder when they're gonna start this John Cena tournament.
I read something that said towards the end of the year.
That would be a cool way to start that off in NXT. Get somebody some younger, give like younger talent a big stage to compete on. Like you said, bring in the big dogs. Let's show off some younger talent. Some fan favorites. Give me at least 2 title defenses that night. Yeah. At least 2. I don't care if it's mid card. Just give us 2 title defenses. Because we, like you said, you want to have the big guys, and you're probably not gonna have some big match like less than a month before SummerSlam.
Yeah. In let's just say too early to call it right now. Based off like natural story progressions. My absolute lock for that show, Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship. As a possibility, Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the WWE Championship. But either way, some iteration of Cody, Sami, and Gunther for the WWE title on that show. Don't care if it opens. Don't care if it closes. Needs to be on the show. CM Punk is not on television, so I won't fantasy book anything with that.
Don't hate me, but you say that. Throw in Roman versus Solo.
God, no. I don't want. There is no iteration of Bloodline matches I want to see anymore.
Oh my goodness!
Based off of who is currently employed in WWE, there is no iteration of a Bloodline match that I want to see anymore, bro. Like, it is over. It is over. I don't want it. I do not want it. Oh, another match. King of the Ring will have concluded. So you know what I kind of hate? I think if they would have stretched out King of the Ring longer, you would have had an opportunity to do something incredible. Because I think you could have had, because the semis are going to end up being Oba versus Braun Breaker, I believe. But imagine if you had like stretched out that tournament and formatted it correctly. You could have had in the semis at Madison Square Garden 2 guys that are supposed to take your company in the next like 15 to 20 years. 1-on-1. And because I know it's coming, you could have had that. And since Brock Lesnar is technically affiliated with the Vision in some fashion, you let Oba and Braun go out there, do what they do. Maybe in like the 13th minute of the match or whatever. Let the guitar riff, he come out there, distract Oba. Braun spear that nigga. Braun get his get back for the Royal Rumble. Like, imagine that happening in Madison Square Garden, bro. Like, insane. And something I would like to see in some form or fashion as well. Javon Evans winning the Intercontinental Championship in Madison Square Garden. I don't care who's champion at that time. Okay. I think that's what has to happen. I think those are my 2 absolutes for that show. Everything else, like I said, I think all of the top dogs should work no matter what. And I genuinely, like, I know it sounds crazy, but I just don't think you love this shit enough if you're not working at Saturday night's main event in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Because as a wrestling fan myself, it is a bucket list thing for me to go to Madison Square Garden and just watch wrestling, bro. So I would hope
I think Punk should be back by then.
I hope so.
I don't think Punk misses that.
I think he's back by July. I think at the latest he's back by like early July.
He gotta be in a run for SummerSlam.
It's no way you're doing that show without him. It's no way.
But that would be the funniest thing. Roman, Seth, Punk, and Cody on one team, bro. That would be
dog.
That would be the funniest thing.
Because who's taking that? But hey man,
how you feel about MJF back as AEW champion?
I saw it coming. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very like confused. Well, I'm not confused. I think the direction they're trying to go is finally crowning Will Ospreay All In. But my problem with the Will Ospreay character currently is like, why is you letting Jon Moxley take you in as his little nigga? And he tried to, and in kayfabe, he broke your fucking neck. In kayfabe, he is the reason you was out for X amount of months. Because after the match, like, all of the Death Riders jumped you, locked you in the cage, and stomped on your neck with a steel chair, my nigga. Like, Why do I want to see that? Why do I want to see John Moxley train you as his little nigga, bro? Like, what are we doing? I don't get it. As far as MJF being the champion himself, MJF's one of my favorites. But not but he's very accomplished to like have just that's a foul.
Oh yeah.
He's very accomplished to have just hit the age of 30 or be under 30, I believe. Like he has 3 world title reigns under his belt. He's been the AEW International Champion, won belts like all over the world. Like an incredible resume already. So like I was very pleased. I thought the Darby reign did what it needed to do. It's once again a tale of if bookers aren't fucking cowards, you can get some shit done. Because could you imagine, like, yeah, Cody dropped the belt to Drew McIntyre before WrestleMania, but could you imagine, like, how fondly the reign may have been looked on if he had done something other than have a clunker with Sami Zayn and maybe, like, had a few, like, good matches with some upper mid-card guys like Carmelo Hayes or something like it could be so different, bro. But hey, man, just what it is, I guess. But to answer your question, yes, I'm very pleased with him becoming the world champion again. Also, the Kevin Knight turn surprised me. I was very shocked. He's definitely a pillar in where AEW wants to go in the future. So I'm excited to see like how he does this. It's gonna take a while, I think, because like as far as I know, like this is the first time even like playing heel, you know what I'm saying? So, it might take a little more time for it to become believable, be like a little less hokey. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it was a good start, to be honest. Like frog splashing and they go on the stretcher, like, yeah, that's how you do it. that's a good way to get some heat. Frog splash a nigga on a stretcher in Queens of New York, nigga, like, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for the most part. If everybody locks the fuck in, this could be one of the best summers in wrestling in a long time. I think. Like one for the books for real.
Yeah.
But hey, it's up to certain bald niggas to stop being cowards, man. That's all I would say. But yeah, man. We gotta get to this final. This shit heating up, nigga. This has been episode 37 of the Off the Top Rope podcast, man. Should be back the week after next, I believe. As always, I am Chris. Want to have the greatest tag team in the world. Southside Woodall on Twitter. Follow, like, subscribe, share. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that.
It's your boy Barry, my dogs, my babies, episode 37. Like, share, subscribe, comment, shoot us DM, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate the support. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed, stay healthy.
Peace.